Hello, aviation enthusiasts. Welcome back to Aeroonline, your hub for the latest aviation stories. This week, we're taking off with updates on new routes, cutting-edge technology, and dramatic in-flight incidents. Let's dive in.
Air Canada diverts to St. John's after unruly passenger. An Air Canada Boeing 777 diverted to St. John's on February 6, 2026, after an unruly passenger incident on board. Authorities met the aircraft, and passengers were later rebooked to continue their journey. Taipei 737 loses a tire on landing at Taipei, Taoyuan. A Taipei Air Boeing 737 lost a landing gear tire while landing at Taipei, Taoyuan on February 8, 2026. The aircraft taxied safely with no injuries, though one runway was briefly closed, causing limited flight delays. American CEO to meet pilots as union seeks board action. American Airlines CEO Robert Isom agreed to meet with pilot union leaders after calls for board-level involvement. Pilots cite ongoing operational and leadership issues, pressing for deeper changes beyond short-term fixes. Boeing, aftermarket improving, parts still tight. Boeing says the aerospace aftermarket is improving, but parts remain constrained as higher production rates strain shared suppliers. The industry is still in recovery mode. USAF awards Boeing C-17 cockpit upgrade. The U.S. Air Force awarded Boeing a contract to modernize the C-17 cockpit, replacing obsolete avionics. The upgrade uses modular open systems architecture to ease future updates and support operations through 2075. Cuba jet fuel shortage halts Canadian flights. Cuba's Jet A1 shortage forced Air Canada to suspend flights and run repatriation services, impacting about 3,000 passengers. WestJet and Air Transat also halted operations. Ryanair's 15-year CFM engine parts deal. Ryanair signed a 15-year deal with CFM for engine spares and support, covering about 2,000 engines. The agreement supports new in-house MRO shops and strengthens long-term parts supply. Boeing retires final 787 test aircraft as Dreamliner fleet matures. Boeing retired its final 787 test jet, ZA004, which supported Trent 1000 engine upgrades. The aircraft moves to storage as the Dreamliner program shifts to long-term improvements. Boeing tops Airbus in January with 46 deliveries and 103 net orders. Boeing delivered 46 aircraft in January 2026 and logged 103 net orders, led by the 737 MAX and 787. Airbus reported 19 deliveries and 49 orders, leaving Boeing ahead on both measures. Lufthansa crew strike, mass cancellations. A one-day pilot and cabin crew strike forced Lufthansa to cancel many flights across Germany. The dispute centers on pensions and job protections, with passengers facing rebookings and delays. Porter E195-E2 runway excursion. A Porter Airlines E195-E2 slid off the runway after landing in Halifax, prompting a temporary runway closure. No injuries were reported, and flights continued using the airport's secondary runway. Arik Air 737 engine failure. An Arik Air 737 shut down its left engine after a loud bang during a Lagos to Port Harcourt flight and diverted safely to Benin. All 80 people on board were unharmed. Nigeria's Safety Bureau has opened an investigation into the damaged engine. Spain tests a 400 million DIRCM. Spain is testing a DIRCM self-protection system on its A400M to counter infrared-guided missile threats, ahead of a possible fleet-wide upgrade. GE Aerospace boosts automation. GE Aerospace is increasing automation in Singapore to boost engine repair capacity and reduce turnaround times amid MRO backlogs. CFM weighs ducted backup. CFM is studying a conventional advanced ducted engine as a backup to its RISE open fan concept. While RISE targets approximately 20% efficiency gains, certification and integration risks are keeping a ducted alternative under consideration. SunExpress 737-800 main gear collapses during taxi. A SunExpress 737-800 suffered a left main gear collapse while taxiing in Antalya due to a shock absorber failure. Passengers disembarked safely, and the flight was later operated by a replacement aircraft after delays. Embraer teases new era, Exec jet reveal. Embraer Executive Jets is promoting a 24th February virtual event, calling it the start of a new era of private aviation. While details are undisclosed, industry speculation points to a possible new or upgraded business jet above the Praetor 600. DHS shutdown leaves TSA screeners working without pay. ADHS funding lapse left TSA officers working without pay, raising concerns over longer security lines and staffing strain, though air traffic control operations continue normally.
That wraps up this week on Aeroonline. What stories stood out the most to you? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more aviation updates. Until next time, clear skies and safe travels. That wraps up this week on Aero